again, if you're here and you're new to the channel, welcome, thank you. Check out this docuseries. Maybe hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell, you know, do the HBO special, help a brother out. Man, well, a lot's happened. The YBA Elite Rise, this is the best of the best. These are the kids that are really the diehards, the parents that are really passionate about it and are willing to travel and willing to pay a little money because travel ball is expensive. Coaching the different grades. One thing I'm big on, I don't teach zone. My teams from start to finish will always run man. Check out my podcast I'm gonna be doing on that about teams running zone. Yeah, the shit's ridiculous. Gotta stop with 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds playing zone. And the cool part is, when it comes to approaching the 4th, 5th grade guys, they just want to have fun and learn and keep their bodies moving. And the cool part is always it's kind of like a big brother program I set up. So my 5th and my 6th grade practice together. So my 6th graders who I've had since 4th or 5th grade, they're kind of mentoring to the younger guys.
Big was in the middle right here. You have to come over and cut him off. You understand? It's the rotation that matters. I don't care about them scoring. We're working on our rotations.
Then I have my 7th and 8th grade together, where it's kind of big brother, little brother, and they're competing against each other the whole time because, you know, that middle school age, they're all kind of, bodies are growing, you know, guys are getting taller, you know, faster, stronger, right? They're gearing up for high school, right? They're hitting up that, and I'm big on hitting that level, getting ready for high school.
Get right to it.
So it's kind of a really cool dynamic. For me, mentally, I have to set a heavier hand, a heavier tone to keep them focused the older I get. So yeah, you're gonna hear me say a few curse words to the 8th graders, right? You might, whereas opposed to the 4th and 5th grade, you won't hear me say a curse word at all, you know, but of course I'm gonna raise my voice to hold them accountable and keep them in check. This only works when I have the support of the parents. I'm an intense coach, I'm a hard coach. I'm not an easy coach, I don't claim to be, I don't ever think I ever will be, but I am that guy that's gonna push and try to get the best out of your kid.
Good job, Nate. Y'all teammates just scored, not in here, not one fucking put up for him. Why isn't the whole team focused?
The younger I have to be more in depth, the older I can kind of kick back and let them have a little more fun.
You guys remember tower, jab, look for your steals.
So the biggest thing you're gonna notice when the kids between ages, outside of the sheer physical size, you're gonna kind of see the kids that are really gonna take this serious and the kids that are kind of maybe going through the motions. If anything, I'll even go to their parents and say, hey, you might want to put this kid in a different level, whether it be rec or YBA select group. You're all going to play tough teams, relatively speaking, getting ready for Vegas. We're in Vegas next weekend. Less travel, less intensity, less discipline.
A lot of your competitive drills, I want to see you guys push, make each other better.
Trying to identify who they are as basketball players out there and get them to embrace that and be confident in it. These are the type of things you always got to recognize and see as a coach, especially in this AAU world.
Professional fun. Fun with a focus. Fun with a goal.
If your team has the chemistry and capability enough to stick together, stay together, grow together, that's when you do deal with a level of entitlement. You do deal with a level of expectation. You do deal with a level of ego. And of course, I hate to say it, there's some that are going to leave because they think they're better. You see it, I've talked about on previous episodes. The key is to try to find a core and really hone in and stick it together. You will come out the other side much better. Your kids will come out the other side learning life lessons, learning how to deal with adversity, learning how to, you know, when things aren't going their way, being able to keep pushing forward. I'm investing something in your child that you will not see come to fruition until they're at least 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. Some of you won't see it until they're grown.
How do you never remember
like
the name
DB
of any
Bag,
fucking
who ended up becoming a great famous rapper. Marcellus Perry, who became a basketball YouTube star. And I wasn't like his main coach, but I was one of his coaches. Like, these are things that they learned work ethic. They learned how to push forward. They learned how to deal with competition. They learned how to focus on a craft. These are life lessons they learned from you as a coach that can potentially be imparted into them. And the tough part is, some parents aren't willing to stay long enough to see that through. But the thing is, I'm not the founder of YBA. That honor is held to Ken G. And there is no Chris Collins without Ken G. I say that in all my episodes. I say that in my podcast. I'm saying it to you now. There is no Chris Collins without Ken G. And I love him and everything he's done to support me. I always have his back and he always has mine. YBA and C.Collins are synonymous with each other for what we stand for. Good developmental basketball, family, respect, youth, community. That's the foundations and building blocks of who I am. And I hope that's represented within the club. So high school's coming up. Shout out to Adidas and Compton Magic with Justin and Dom and E-Top. Again, we are back on the Adidas circuit. I'm pretty much locked in, I think, for the next few years. So really appreciate my team from last year. My team from last year, you guys paved the way for this. I really appreciate you. Jay Nurtado, you know, Matthew Schroeder, Cab, Elijah, all those guys, you know, Jaden Ferreira, Kyrie, Logan, Isaiah, like all you guys. I appreciate the hell out of you for helping to build this. Shout out to my 16U as well. And shout out to Ryan at Team 94 for what you guys did with the freshman group, filling in that slot and representing as well. I know I always talk about the fighting for 7%, but I feel like nowadays it's probably more like the 4 or 5%. So what are you going to do to be the 4%? That's the question you got to ask yourself.